Appears that Morganite is actually making a shakeup on the meta. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. Vanquish Soul has finally done it, everybody. It has surpassed Dragon Tail as the S-tier challenger in the meta. Things I didn't think I would say for 500 out here. And my comment section told me that Vanquish Soul is actually a joke in the OCG. Yeah, sure. Now in A tier, we still have Yummy. Draco Tail has now been bumped down. And Malice is the one in the back seat as the fourth best deck now. Okay. Now we've also gotten B tier, Rizel with the Gaga support. Yeah, I mean, who didn't see this one coming? Rank 4s being able to basically tutor up for free. Didn't see that one being free value, but sure. And of course, we also have Lunalights. Now, down in C tier, we have Blue Eyes Drill Beam, the deck. That still continues to be pretty much what you see. Pure Canine running around in C tier. White Forest. We also have Sky Striker, Memento, Tempai, and Crestrons. Okay, so all of the standard things we've been used to seeing. Now down in D tier, we have Gem Knights. We also have Monarchs. Yes, you got to admit the fact there's going to be some variation to that. We've also got Cyber Dragons, Artmegia finally establishing itself as a deck, Morganite the deck, and even Evil Twins are holding on down here. Quite an interesting story that we're seeing here. Now let's pass on over to deck list. Starting things off here, we now have the power of the new corruptor of the meta. And it's just Vanquish Soul doing Vanquish Soul things out here. Basically, you've got the canine stuff to give you the protection to make sure that your board sets up, and then leaving your opponent in a decimating position of not being able to really recover. And I understand why people are slightly frustrated with the things that this deck can do, because it's crazy, but I never thought I would see Vanquish Soul becoming a borderline insanely powerful deck, but it's doing it. Next up here we have Yummies. I see this week we're going back to the Pyrays map, and we're actually playing the Hornet Drones. I remember the days of this deck playing Engage to tutor in for the Hornet Drones, generate some advantage off of the spell cards, and just kind of be happy with the advantage that the pile was generating out here. It was always a pretty solid thing. You also do see that this build is playing Purges as well, so I mean, hey, if you can get free advantage to set up and do everything that you want to do, I don't see why you shouldn't take advantage of it. Next up, we have Draco Tail with the Magistus stuff. Looks like the Magistus stuff has been declared the winner out here. Also, yes, this build can make Borreload Savage, which is super cringe, but it's definitely one of those things that you got to acknowledge out here. Borreload is just going to be a stupid good card. Plus, it puts another monster on the field for you to be able to fuse off with in the Spell and Trap card zone to make the Doom Dragon. So free extenders, I suppose, but this is definitely a pile of free advantage for sure. Next up, we have Malice. Malice has been forced to play Dimensional Fissures in the deck now because Draco Tail is just going to ruin its day, man. And it's freaking hilarious to see that this deck, the once proud play shifter and go, has been reduced to, you know, this level of craziness. Now, you do see that, you know, Dormouse and their limitations on the OCG side have also kind of hurt this deck a little bit, but I think it's fine. The deck is still very strong. Next up, we have the Rizel variant. You do see that we are forced to play the Dododo Go-Go-Go stuff in here, but it's not a problem because the level 4 stuff is 100% generic, baby. I love the fact that the OCG has found themselves out here needing to play this package in order to supplement the losses that their Rizel package has felt. And I think that's fine. The TCG version of the deck is in an entirely different level, though. All right, we've also got some Lunalight action for you out here. I love the fact that they do get to play Tiger King. I see we're playing the, what is this, Nyarla as well in this list. That's kind of cool. Going with 2 Polys in the main deck, 2 of the Lunalight bottle. That's all fine. We also get access to the Dominus Impulse in here as well, but your ratios on the extra deck are going to be fine. The goal is just to get the big boss monster on the field and hope that your opponent doesn't find a way to actually clear it off. If you set that up, you're probably good. Next up is Blue Eyes. Is that? There's no way. That's Chaos Max in Blue Eyes. We really have reached the point out here that Blue Eyes is attempting to play the Chaos Max. My eyes do not deceive me. That is the creature that is actually seeing play, and holy crap, that's wonderful. And it's all because of the new Blue Eyes monster that interacts with the triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. Didn't think I would see the day. Next up here, we have, oh boy, Disc Blaster and the Canine Squad back at it again out here to tell you guys about the fantastic opportunities of playing pure instead of playing Vanquish Soul cards. Honestly, you may as well just go play the Vanquish Soul cards at this point, because the Vanquish Soul stuff is just there to help you do some crazy setup, man. And if you get the initial pieces up and running, you're probably going to win the game. That's usually how this sort of stuff actually ends up working. So, awesome. Next up, the White Force build. The fact that, I see they're playing the Retaliating Sea in the frickin' main deck now, because it can also tutor on into a mat. This deck is in such a decimating bad position that they have to rely on the Seamons. Wow. That's messed up, man. That you're in... Okay, you know what? I didn't think I would ever see the day, but okay. Next up here, we have Sky Striker for you, and it looks like we've given up the board breaking stuff. We're also playing triple of the Sky Striker Link 2. Okay. If that's what we've got to do, then that's fine. I guess to be fair, like, you've also got Litmus Gate to recycle your resources. So if you're expending your resources too fast, I mean, it shouldn't really be much of a problem, I guess. It just kind of comes back to loopability, just to make sure that, you can see the pieces and go. Okay. Oh, Memento. Honestly, in the state that Memento's in, you're not going to get a lot of craziness, man. The most extensive, challenging things that the OCG Memento deck is going to have to figure out is, how many of the Goblin Cage are we going to play? That's it. That's the most exciting things that you're going to get with this variant of the deck. And, I mean, that's fine, but this deck is not doing too good either. We've also got 10 Pie Dragons. Yum. And it looks like most of the value that this deck is going to be getting is going to be, I see the Triff Overtum down here is making a special appearance as well. Okay, well, I guess in the vacuum of the Super Polyhaven, if this is what we've got to rely on out here in order to set up, then I think we're doing just fine. But seeing Triff Overdome doing its thing, that's a bad sign of a meta. We also have Crystron K9. Now, the OCG has latched onto this deck as like the main go-to for Crystrons at this point, which I don't hate the idea that, the K9 stuff supports this deck and actually ensures that, you'll be able to kind of get the setup and play the game. That's fine. I actually love the idea that this is kind of the go-to method now. Also, one nib in here for the anti-fun from your opponent. Okay, I see you. Nice progress. Next up here, we have Gem Knights. Yes, it always comes back to the Block Drag. Honestly, I think the Block Dragon is kind of needed now. We did have that little clearance time out here where you had people that were kind of swaying back and forth off of the Block Dragon, or maybe the Block Dragon really wasn't a super exciting choice, but I think that this does kind of make you play the bad decision tree. Yeah, anything to make Gem Knights playable. Next up, we have Monarchs. Oh boy, 2 domains in this bad boy, but this also proves that, if you're looking at the Monarch stuff right now, you do have a viable chance to play this. Also, we are playing the one copy of the Spell Card Soul Exchange down here, giving you that chance to actually set up and play Monarchs. Once again, I mean, this is 100% a deck that must go first in order to set up. And if the deck does get the chance to set up, boom, you've made your board, and your opponent's going to have to figure out how to initially deal with also Big Zalboard, the extra grip. Cyber Dragons. Okay, so once again, another deck is playing the Canine anti-stuff in here to make sure that they can set up. This is once again going to be a pretty common theme out here. You just want to make sure that, your opponent's not going to be able to hand trap you too hard, and you can play the game. Also, 1 Cyber Dragon in here. Holy crap, we have greatly reduced the amount of power cards. Also, I see we are doing the Paradise Smasher in here as well. Well, This looks like pretty much what I'd be expecting out of this pile. Next up, we have Art Megia. So this is actually, looks like a going second deck because you've got Evenly's built into this. Keep in mind, Art Megia got its first segment of power. We're kind of expecting this deck to get a little bit more craziness as the time goes on. The Art Megia fusions are pretty interestingly powerful cards in their own right, but in terms of watching this deck get off of the ground, it's got its own problems, that's for sure. Next up, we have Regenesis Morganite. Now, this is the kind of deck that I wanted to see out here. The fact that even like the Morganites are one-ofs in this. So basically, you're going to use the Regenesis cards to be able to anchor in things, but you're also using the Morganite stuff kind of as free resources. I see we're also using Into the Voids in here to tutor into things, but we're also using the Ghost Reaper and Winter Shades to do the thing. And we're also citing triple copies of the spell card Soul Exchange down here. I frickin' love this. And we've also got Evil Twins for you on the back end of things here. The fact that Evil Twins are getting a special power mention out here is really good, but, you know, this deck is still, it's full Fiendsmith combo and send. Kishi Sakil Link 1 is really, really strong, and it really shows on, like, the course of the meta out here that things like this are able to perform. So, what do you guys think about all these cool decks? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back there in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.